Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Yo, when was the last time I did this? 2 weeks ago. Feels like forever. Hi, guys. Welcome to the live podcast. This is Georgina Lowe, also known as Grow with G Lowe. And today we are going to talk about something um, I personally think not a lot of people want to or will talk about this because um, personally, I also it took me a lot of courage um, to, to start, to get myself ready or to finally decide that I am going to speak about this specific topic. So, this specific topic is Do Eat Afraid. And on this session, I'm going to share with you personal times or, personally what I went through, what happened in my life, dealing with fear and doubt. And also, the topic was inspired by the book that I'm currently reading by Joyce Meyer. This is the book. And this is what my topic is about. Yeah. So we're going to talk about doing it afraid. It doesn't matter what it is in your life, what it is that you are fearing, or what it is that you are doubting. Um, Anything applies, and I believe that if we get to a point where we are courageous enough to do whatever we find fearful in our lives or whatever we find challenging in our lives. And obviously, with the help of books like this one, and with the help of other motivational speakers, and with the help of the Bible, not even go any further. And this book is literally based on Bible verses. It is more like a Christian edition. So the book is Do It Afraid, Embracing Courage in the Face of Fear. So I'm not done with the book yet. So I can't do a full book review, but I want to sit down with one specific chapter in this book. And it is chapter 9. No, it's actually, yeah, I want to do chapter 10 again. It's chapter 9. And this specific chapter is, I don't know, for you, if you have read the book before, you would know, but this specific chapter is take one step at a time during your moments of feeling fear, feeling doubt, um, not knowing how to start with something, and just not having enough courage to boldly take on whatever it is that you find challenging in your life. So welcome to the podcast. It is Monday, the 5th of May. This podcast was supposed to happen yesterday, the 4th of May, as advertised, but due to some family matters, I unfortunately couldn't um, go live. The place where I was at that point in time wasn't I had unstable Wi-Fi network, so I couldn't go live. I'm so sorry about that. Um, Please excuse me for the ones. I know that Michelle was one of them that had asked me, did the live happen? And yeah, if you were waiting for the live to happen and it didn't happen, but yeah, it was due to unforeseen circumstances at the point in time. So let's touch on something personal. Growing up, I have always been, or I was always the life of the party, and I was always the person that would be brave enough to even speak to a stranger. Growing up, I know myself as an extrovert, an extreme extrovert. So, along the line of growing up, I happened to find myself in a space where I was very fearful about making certain decisions in life. I was very fearful about starting specific things in life. So, one of those things is I just felt that I wasn't smart enough, and I had so much doubt about, just even speaking in a meeting or speaking in front of people. And, God works in mysterious ways. And I found myself becoming a member of Toastmasters. And ever since that moment, and I say that God works in mysterious ways, God sends people into your life to, we call them destiny helpers, to move you into, you know into to move you into it and to help you with things that you are finding difficult to do in your life. So when we look at this specific chapter in the book, Take One Step at a Time, the verse that is tied to this chapter is Psalm 37, verse 23. It is Psalm 27, verse 23. The verse goes as follows: The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. It's a strong verse. It's really a strong verse. So, taking one step at a time when you are facing fearful moments in your life, when you are facing doubtful phases in your life, this verse says that the Lord will make your steps firm. So, if you're currently struggling with doubt and fear and all that, take this verse and read into it. Think a bit, go a bit deeper into the verse, and see what the verse really means. Now, this specific chapter talks about taking your journey on facing fear and doubtfulness one step at a time. Take it day by day. Take it day by day, because the Lord expects you to trust Him for the next day. He expects you to trust Him with your next steps. He is going to move you into the direction that He feels fit, or that He has ordained for you already. So, in this book, Joyce Meyer writes about the best way to conquer anything is to take one step at a time without thinking about all the other steps you will need to take later. God gives us His grace one day at a time, and that is because He wants us to trust Him. So, this is the focal point of this verse, that you need, whenever you have fearful moments, and fear obviously comes from the devil. Fear is fear and doubt is something instilled into your mind, into your thought patterns by the devil. Because obviously the devil doesn't want you to do good. Obviously the devil doesn't want you to 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 rise and shine and to become the person that God has created. So all thoughts and all feelings of fear and doubt will be planted into your mind. So I personally love this chapter of this book, because this book reminds us, and I just want to for a moment sit with my personal story, where I feel I couldn't speak in front of people. I don't know how I got to that point, but I always felt that I'm not smart enough. I always felt that I will not be saying the right thing at that point, and I always felt that my thoughts or my inputs are not valid enough. It all stems down to probably a thing of low self-esteem. And the moment that I realized that, and I could pinpoint that it was a problem, it was keeping me stagnant in life, and I couldn't move forward, and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. So when I realized that I had that challenge, or when I had that thing that I'm fearful of speaking in front of people, I started listening more to motivational speakers. I started reading this book. I think this book was given to me at the right time in my life. Because this book, I'm not done with it, because I read one chapter thoroughly, and I read it over and over and over, because I just want to understand what I'm reading, and I want to apply whatever I am reading. So further in the book, there is a part that says continue. So literally, our journey with God to freedom in any area must be a lifetime commitment. There is a frequently used word in the Bible that we may overlook, but it is very important, and we should pay close attention to it. And I never, for the life of me, I never thought that this word could mean so much. The word is continue. Continue. We are told to continue in the word of God, and then we will know the truth, and it will make us free. So once you get to that point where you realize that God is for you, He's there to help you, He's there to hold your hand through the fearful things in your life that you are facing. He's there to help you with the doubt that you have in your life. So doing it afraid sounds so easy to say. And when you tell somebody that I'm so anxious about the specific thing that I must do, then somebody else can easily just, or it might sound so easy when it comes from somebody to say, just do it afraid. you know it is literally the thing to do, because doing it afraid means that you are going to go wholeheartedly into this thing that God has laid before you. You are going to trust the Lord, although you're still going to do it afraid. You're going to pray for the Holy Spirit to lead you, but you're still going to do it afraid. You're going to do it regardless of the fear and the uncomfortableness that you are feeling. You are going to proceed with it. You get what I'm saying? So doing it every this I just thought that this specific thing, or the specific topic, is so relevant in today's life, because I think so many young people are not starting whatever they want to start, because of the mere fact that they are not ready. They are afraid that they're going to fail. They are afraid that their setup is not right. They are afraid of the OPP. I once used to be in the valley of OPP. OPP is other people's opinions. That is the most dangerous valley to be in. And the moment that you realize that you are living your life based on other people's opinions, I think that was the eye opener for me. At that point in my life, I was like, but where am I living this life for? Why am I so bothered about what other people will say? Why am I so bothered about what other people will think? You know, but you don't think of, what will God think of this? What will God um, say about this? um, you know Instead of going to God, you go to other people. So the valley of OPP is the most dangerous place to be in. And believe me, once you realize that, and you make that hard decision not to base your life on OPP, you will achieve anything. You will attain the most thing that you thought you couldn't do. The most thing that you thought that you had so much fear of doing that. So recognize, sit still and think, why are you not starting certain things that you want to start in your life? We will never be ready. I spoke to another YouTuber this morning, and she was like, yo, I'm so proud of you that you started. And then I went back into that thing of saying, but you know what, my setup is not perfect yet, but I started. And she said, I'm glad you started. The fact that you started is you already overcame that doubt that you had, that no, I couldn't start my podcast because A, B, C, D. No, I couldn't start my podcast because my setup was not ready. So that also goes hand in hand with fear, because you fear that you will fail, because you fear that you are not ready. You fear that people will not um, listen to your podcast or to your sessions. You fear that people might not, it might not relate to people. But believe me, the world is big. There is there is a piece of the world for everybody, and there are people that will relate to your content. So just start, do it afraid, just do it, start doing it afraid, and you will see that you will gather so much courage every day. You will gain so much confidence as you go along and just doing it. You will start embracing yourself. You will stop comparing yourself to others. You will start embracing who you are, where you're coming from, what you are, where you're going to. You will start valuing your values as a person, as long as you just start doing it. Do it afraid, do it with whatever doubts you still have. um, I don't know why I now closed the book on the chapter, because there was something else that I wanted to also share with you. Getting started. The other part was getting started. And yes, the one thing that also stands out for me in this book is God shows up when we take action, not when we do nothing. So when you start doing it, you will see that things will happen. Things will happen. I can testify, I can testify to that. The moment I started taking this platform serious and started putting my brand out there and started sharing content on YouTube, I had the confidence to say that, hey, listen, I'm a Namibian YouTuber, and how can I, join your network? And I want to be a speaker, and I can do ABCD, and you throw your skills out there, and people will notice you, and that's how you grow, and that's how you will start moving out of the comfort zone, out of the space where you feel that you are fearful and, no, I cannot do that. No, I'm not brave enough to do it. So listen to this specific verse again. God shows up when we take action. He will not come through for you if you sit and do nothing. You need to take the leap of faith. You need to take that first step, and then He will show up for you. Let's say you're afraid of the dark, for instance. It's a simple example. And you cannot sleep, with lights out. Start doing it gradually. Every night you start switching off the lights off for 5 minutes. The next day you do it for 10 minutes. The other day you do it for 15 minutes. And then you do it for 20 minutes. As you take it step by step, eventually you will get to the point where you can embrace your fears with courage and do whatever that needs to be done with fear. You will do it through the fear. You will manage to do it. So guys, God shows up. We just need to take that that leap of faith, and just start doing whatever we want to do in our lives, towards our growth, towards our development. Do it afraid. Do it afraid, and I'm telling you, you will see how God shows up, and moves you further, and guides you further, and so on. To go back a bit on my personal story about dealing with fear and doubt. Like I said, for the life of me, I cannot remember when and how that creeped in. But the moment I realized that I don't have so much confidence anymore to do certain things, I don't have so much confidence to just speak up and to just, because I believe that each one of us was born with great wisdom. And you know, like I said, the devil doesn't want you to prosper, and you must recognize that very, very quickly, because the area that there is fear, the area in your life where there is fear and doubt, is the area where God wants you to flourish in. So we need to be very woke about the specific areas in our lives where we feel that I cannot do this. In your workplace, you might have that thing that, oh no, I won't be able to do it. But when God has placed you there, there's no other better person than you to do the job. There's no other better candidate than you to take on the position. So it's not easy to put our fears aside. So therefore, I love this book. I really love this book. And if you're struggling with any doubt in fear issues in your life, um, the book is by Joyce Meyer. I was lucky enough to get it from a mentor, somebody that used to mentor me in the past. Um, so I got this book from her. And like I said, I read it. I take my time when I read it because I want to understand I actually think that I was supposed to start the book with the first part, but that specific chapter stood out for me. Take it one step at a time, because sometimes we just want to rush through life. We just want to rush through things, and we just want to attain things you know, at a speed that we are not even sometimes ready for. So this is a very gentle reminder to take it one step at a time. Whatever you're facing, whatever is keeping you away from your destiny, or from growing, or from becoming that the person that God meant you to be. Take it one day at a time. Take it one step at a time. Fear can be very controlling. Fear can be very, very controlling. But we believe that the best way to conquer it is definitely to just take it one step at a time. Don't be hard on yourself. This morning when I had that conversation with fellow YouTuber, we were encouraging each other and motivating each other, and just hyping each other up, because she's also she her channel is all about it's her channel is all about her journey with Christ, and how she lives her life um, with godly principles, whatever she does. And she shares general things about life. And yeah, so you might be interested. You can go search for her. Her channel name is Queen of Positivity. And yeah, subscribe to her channel if you want to hear more about her. She A new video that's up, she was talking about embracing soft life with God. I think that is such a powerful topic to speak on. I listened, it's a very short one. I think it's about 13 minutes long. So I really loved it, and it definitely encouraged me this morning um, when I when it came up on my feeds. Yeah. So guys, if you want me to share more chapters of this book, you are welcome to comment down in the comment section, and just let me know. I think I'll definitely do the book review with you guys on and off in between having my other discussions. So yeah, with that said, I just want to just share something with you in the beginning of the book. The first chapter, the introduction of the book, says that fear is everywhere. Fear is everywhere, and it literally affects everyone. It has been around since the beginning of time, and it will be here as long as earth remains. Fear rules many people. Fear rules many people. Um, when we believe them, the the thoughts that these lies that gets rooted into our minds, when we start believing it, fear takes roots in our hearts and in our minds. Although fear will never totally disappear from our lives, we can confront it and overcome it. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward in the presence of fear. Can I just repeat that? Courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward in the presence of fear. So, whatever thing you think that you will not be able to master or do it with fear. Start tackling it little by little. And this is so powerful because courage doesn't say that you are not fearful. You are fearful, but you are moving forward in the presence of fear. So, courageous people do what they believe in their hearts they should do. No matter how they feel or what kinds of doubts and fearful thoughts fills their minds, they still stand up and they do whatever they need to do. So, another thing that stood out for me in this book is fear is the devil's favorite tool in the toolbox of schemes he used to steal, kill, and destroy God's good plan. So God has a good plan for each and every one of us. You can go to the book of John, verse chapter 10, verse 10. He uses it to prevent our progress in every area of our lives. He uses it to hold us back, to get us to run away from things we should confront, and simply to cause us emotional suffering. So the moment that we realize that fear is really a favorite tool in the devil's toolbox, we are one step ahead of the devil. People allow fear to control them to varying degrees, but we can decide not to let it control us in all the areas of our lives, gave us a spirit because God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and self-control. That is my most favorite word, and I think I've shared it on a previous session, that God gave us a spirit of power, love, and self control, and not fear. That is in the book of 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. So, guys, with that said, I want to end the session. And like I said, if you want me to talk more on the book, if you want me to have another session on a different chapter in the book, you are most welcome to do that. I would gladly do it for you. Today's topic was taking it one step at a time. So don't forget to love yourself in the process. Don't forget to be too hard on yourself in the process. Don't be too um, asleep or relaxed not to realize the scheme of the devil. Because I believe that the specific area where you feel fear in your life, it is the area where God wants you to flourish in. It is the area in your life where your breakthrough lies in. It is the area in your life where good things for your personal growth, your personal development, for your life in general is supposed to flourish from. So do not listen to the lies of the devil. Do not listen to the lies of the devil. Do whatever you want to do with fear. Do it afraid. Build that courage bone and work on it. Listen to motivationals, read books. Um, don't ask too much for people's opinions. Sit before God. If there's something that you want to do in your life, or you feel that your heart is it's there, it is constantly with you, sit before God and ask Him, is this the thing that you want for me? Is this part of the plans that you have laid out for my life? Is this part of the is this part of the plans in general that you have for my life? So sit before God and ask Him, and I'm sure that He will come through with a definite answer, or a definite answer for you in with whatever you are wrestling with. So guys, I end this session here. Love yourself. It's 30 minutes on the dot. Love yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. Start with whatever you have. Um, if you are in a place where you need some mentoring or you need some motivation and you want to reach out to me, you are most welcome to do that. You can just hop onto my channel and just check out my email is there, my YouTube, my TikTok page is there. You can message me on TikTok. You can message me on on Instagram. I will gladly get in touch with you. If you're struggling with something, if you are struggling with um, just moving forward in life and not knowing where your life is heading to, I can be of assistance. And with that said, you can hear that the other owner of the house is back. So I end this live here. Be blessed, and don't forget to read a lot. Um, get motivational books, and it really helps. It really helps, guys. Ever since I started reading this book, I'm conquering my fears. I'm trying things. I'm doing things that I've never ever done before in my life, and we can just thank God for that. Honestly, we have nobody else to thank. We can just thank God. But like I said, um, don't be discouraged. When you are fearful of things, take it head on. Um, Take it head on. Ask for help. We are here to help each other and to move forward in this thing called life. To grow together, to flourish together, and to just live fulfilling lives. Yeah. Hi, my lady. Thank you so much, Letitia. I'm glad. Definitely going to do a few things that I've been delaying on. Thank you, OC. I enjoyed the podcast. Thank you so much. I'm glad you did. And thank you for being in my corner. Um, if you have missed this live, or you know people that would want to hear something like this, please direct them to the live tab under my channel. And obviously YouTube will now save this video under my live segment, and you can go back and watch it from the beginning. Thank you so much for the love and the support. And like I said, do not suffer alone. We are here to help each other. So reach out to me. You can send me an email. You can send me a message on Instagram, and I will gladly get back to you. With that said, bye bye.